Stop framing your loneliness as punishment. Stop believing something is wrong with you because you don't fit into a world that was never designed for people who think like you. Instead, you can see it for what it is. A different way of being, a different experience of life. Not better, not worse, just different. And different, it's always lonely. Always has been, always will be. The artist is lonely in a world of bankers. The mystic is lonely in a world of materialists. The philosopher is lonely in a world of pragmatists. And the intelligent person, they are lonely in a world that values agreement over truth. But here's the secret. Here's what changes everything. That loneliness, that isolation you feel, it's not keeping you from life. It is life. It's the human condition, laid bare. It's existence without the comforting lies we tell ourselves. Most people spend their entire lives running from this loneliness, filling every moment with noise, with people, with distraction. Anything to avoid feeling it, anything to avoid facing it. But you can't run from it. Your intelligence won't let you. It strips away the distractions. It sees through the noise. It recognizes the loneliness as fundamental. And once you stop running from it, once you turn and face it directly, something remarkable happens. It transforms. The loneliness doesn't disappear, but it changes texture. It becomes less like a wound and more like a space. A vast, open space where you can finally breathe. Because when you're no longer afraid of being alone, you're no longer afraid of anything. When you're no longer desperate for connection, you're free to connect authentically. When you're no longer performing for acceptance, you're available for recognition. This is the gift hidden inside the curse. The freedom hidden inside the isolation. The strength hidden inside the loneliness. Intelligent people, when they embrace their solitude rather than resist it, they become dangerous in the most beautiful way. Dangerous to systems that rely on conformity. Dangerous to narratives that depend on unquestioning belief. Dangerous to illusions that require collective agreement, because they're no longer playing the game. They're no longer pretending. They're no longer available for manipulation through the fear of exclusion. They're alone, yes, but they're free. And that freedom, that sovereignty of self, it's threatening to a world built on dependency and herd mentality. So yes, intelligent people are always alone, but perhaps that's not the tragedy we think it is. Perhaps it's the very thing that allows them to see clearly, to think independently, to exist authentically. Perhaps the loneliness isn't what's wrong with them. Perhaps the loneliness is what's right. The world needs people who can stand alone, who can think for themselves, who can see through the collective delusions and speak uncomfortable truths. The world needs people who aren't so desperate for belonging that they'll believe anything, support anything, become anything, just to fit in. The world needs intelligent people, even if it doesn't always appreciate them, even if it doesn't always understand them, even if it leaves them feeling alone. So if you're one of these people, if you've felt this loneliness, let me say this to you. You're not broken, you're not defective, you're not too much or too intense or too anything. You're awake in a sleeping world. And yes, that's lonely, but it's also necessary. It's also valuable. It's also exactly what you're meant to be. The loneliness you feel isn't a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you're doing something right. You're being true to yourself in a world that rewards falsehood. You're thinking for yourself in a world that demands conformity. You're standing alone in a world that insists on crowds. And maybe, just maybe, that's not a curse at all. Maybe it's the most profound gift you could ever receive. The gift of seeing truly, thinking clearly, being authentically, even if it means being alone, especially if it means being alone. Because in the end, the only person you need to understand you is you. And once you have that, once you accept that, once you embrace that, you're never really alone again. You're just free.